ask Cliff your question. Ben Jones.
Sean, what makes football fun to you, and was it fun tonight?
Yeah, it's always fun for me. Just, obviously there's going to be moments in games and moments in, obviously just life in general that's can be difficult, but you got to find the fun in all of it. And I think that the fun part about it for me is it's not even the game anymore. I still love the game and love football, but it's the people that I'm with, the coaches, the athletic trainers, the managers, and then obviously the players. It's just a combination of everybody, and it's just a group of people because you don't get to find people like this every single day, and I'm just so appreciative of this team and just happy to be a small part of it.
Arthur Paye.
Hey, Sean, obviously it's one thing to, turn y'all's play around on the field the way y'all did, obviously, after an 0-5 start, but it's another thing to kind of do it from a psychological perspective. I was talking to Brandon Smith and he mentioned that, at times he'd go on Twitter or go on Instagram, after the 0-5 start and kind of see people bashing y'all on social media. And that was tough for him. How'd you kind of deal with that? Just that kind of external noise, and how'd you block that out to be able to, turn your own performance around and turn the team's performance around?
I personally don't have social media during the season. I learned that after Minnesota, that, I think that it was in my best interest. Not saying that, our fan base is any sort of way. I appreciate everybody and how enthusiastic and how excited they are about Penn State football. I always tell people I'd rather it that way than them not caring at all. But for me, during the season, I usually just delete Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of stuff, and just focus on what needs to be focused on, and that's getting wins. And so, it's definitely difficult when you're in the position and you're not playing as well as you want, and the team it doesn't get wins. But I've also understood that as a quarterback. I've understood that it kind of comes with the job title, and I'm willing to take that, but obviously, much rather just get wins and having people excited than the other way around.
Gabriel Angieri.
Hey, Sean, what was the key for you guys to be able to click on all those big plays today? And what does it do for an offense when you guys are constantly clicking like that offensively?
It's great. It's a great feeling. One of the things that we talk about all the time is we want to be explosive, and I thought that we made plays in the run and pass game, and it's just a tribute to how hard these guys work. The guys up front continuing to get better day in, day out. It all starts with them. That's where all the credit's got to go to start, and then when you got playmakers like Jahan, Parker, and Keandre, Cam Sullivan-Brown, TJ Jones, the list goes on and on. And you go to the tight ends and you got Brenton Strange, Theo, Zach. You got so many guys around you. And it just makes, life a lot easier when you can, throw a hitch and it goes 70 yards. I didn't do anything for that. I just took what the defense gave me. I've always said, it's just fun to play with these guys because, they make me look good. And I'm just very thankful for them.
Tyler Donahue.
Hi, Sean. We've seen young guys, freshmen step up at tight end, running back, wide receiver. When you look around the field right now and who's making the plays versus maybe how it looked 8-9 weeks ago, what do you think that says for the growth of the offense and what you're going to carry forward as a group?
It's exciting. I think that, week one definitely looked a lot different. Preseason, I go and look at the preseason and think about what we thought, the year would look like and what it looks like now. And I'm thankful for it all. There's been this year has been extremely difficult for many reasons. When you start the year and you lose, one of your best friends, a guy who's right next to you, in the backfield to, you know, what Journey has. You know, it's difficult. You know, I took that definitely to heart, and you know, I think that the whole team did. You know, because he means so much, and you know, that was probably the first one, and then Pat going down, and you know, the list kind of goes on and on. But that's, you know, that's life, and that's adversity, and that's why, you know, you go through it. And I wouldn't, you know, obviously I'd love to see certain things change, but at the same time, you know, I'm thankful for the life I'm living, and just, you know, excited to just keep on coming into work and doing what I do.
Time for a few more questions for Cliff. John Sauber.
Sean, what makes Jahan Dodson so special as a wide receiver?
Just, you know, how electric he is. I think that's the best word to use for Jahan. I mean, you see it on offense, you see it on punt return. Every time the ball gets in his hands, he's making a play. And you know, I just love the maturation process that he's kind of gone through from last year. You know, a guy who was getting the ball, but you know, not a ton. And then stepping into this key role now, and seeing him just grow day in, day out, and seeing what people also just don't see. You know, like last year, you know, you know, Jahan and I, you know, have a great relationship. Don't get me wrong, but you know, like this year, it's just he's asking me questions on the offense. He's asking me, you know, let's get this route after practice. You know, he's constantly in my ear, texting me thoughts, questions, and that's what I love to see. You know, that the process of him just learning and growing, and him and I getting an even better relationship than we ever have had. So super proud of, you know, how Jahan's grown this year, and just excited for his future.
This will be the final question for Cliff. Ryan Parsons.
Hey, Sean. So when you scored that 75-yard touchdown just on the first play of the game, what sort of tone does that set for the rest of the game?
They're great. I mean, it's a definite tone center. You know, it's something that, you know, you like to hop out early and often. And, you know, when the first play goes for 75 yards, it sets the tone and shows you that, you know, we're not messing around. And you know, obviously pissed at myself for the next drive, then fumbling on the first play. But you know, that's why you play the game, and I just got to keep growing from that. You know, the guy made a good play, and but I'm also glad, you know, how we responded and how we finished the whole game, and just you know, proud of the win. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate the time.